Hello everyone, this is Adam with Fear No Evil. It's been a while. It's good to be back. Been very busy keeping people safe and secure, but I just have some downtime and time to make a video that's should be very timely. There's something going on in a neighboring county where people's lives are threatened, so I thought I'd put together some helpful tips for people in that area and others that might find themselves in a similar situation. So today we're talking about staying safe when an escaped killer is in your neighborhood. And so the situation is there was an escaped murderer broke out of jail down in Chester County. He's been seen in the Longwood Gardens area. He's been seen several times, including in somebody's home. He was in there stealing food and he walked out very calmly. A former FBI agent said it's going to take an alert neighbor. So if this guy is going to be captured, recaptured, taken off the streets, if this threat is going to be eliminated, someone like you is going to need to be alert and vigilant and watching out and aware of what's going on in their surroundings. So who are they looking for? Well, the killer being sought is a 34-year-old Brazilian man. He's not very big. I think he's about 5 feet tall and 120 pounds. Not big, but he was fit enough to climb out of the prison like Spider-Man. I certainly could have done what he did to climb out. So he's fit enough to do that, and he's dangerous enough to have murdered multiple people. So even though he's small, he's very dangerous. You need to take this situation seriously. But that's enough detail on him for now. I just wanted to I want to keep this video broad enough that it's going to be useful to everyone, to other people in similar situations, not just custom tailored to this event in Chester County, on the other side of Philadelphia. So I've got 10 things to share with you briefly, and so let's get into it. First thing is, don't go looking for trouble. Just be alert and prepared as you go about your day-to-day routines. So, unless it's your job, unless you're law enforcement or whatever, or if you have an organized neighborhood watch, just go about your life. Don't go looking for trouble. But as you do that, keep your eyes open, keep your ears open. Be aware of normal baseline behaviors and routines in your neighborhood. Know what is normal and what isn't, what's in place, what's out of place. And so if you see something unusual, that might need to be reported. So just keep your eyes open for that. So yeah, I kind of combined the first point and the second one, but yeah, the second one is be aware of normal baseline behavior in your neighborhood. The third thing is lock everything. So lock your house, lock your doors, lock your windows, lock your Bilco doors for your cellar, your basement, or whatever. If you need to, get a bike lock and run it through the handles. Do something to secure that. Don't leave your keys in your car. This guy's been in the area for over a week, and he's been on foot. So the fact that he hasn't stolen a vehicle and left the area tells me maybe he's not the best vehicle thief. Maybe he doesn't know how to break into vehicles and hotwire them. But if you just happen to leave your keys in your car, leave it running, he might take that as a good opportunity and take your car and leave. I would certainly want to get out of this area if I were him. So lock everything, including your house, everything about your house, your doors, your windows. Lock your car. And the next thing kind of leads into that. Fourth thing, check and secure places on your property that you don't normally go. So it could be a shed, an RV that's parked on your property, a boat, a garage, crawl space, cellar, whatever. Sometimes we call those black spaces. The lights are typically off and you don't go in there a lot. So make sure those are all secured. If you have a shed, I would have a padlock on the outside. Something that you can visibly look at and see, oh, that padlock's in place, so that must be secured, must not be anybody in there, at least they didn't come through the door. So check all those places on your property and make sure that things haven't been disturbed, and make sure they're still secured, because this person's, a lot of people have cited him, and there's a lot of law enforcement presence in the area looking for him, so he's looking for a place to hide. Somewhere where he's not going to be seen. So it could be your RV that's parked in your driveway or your boat or whatever. So check all those spaces and keep them secure. Fifth thing is keep your alarm on all the time. I don't know why people get home security alarms and don't turn them on. They should be on all the time. There's two modes. There's alarm armed stay and armed away. So armed stays for when you're in a house, and that's going to arm everything except for your motion detectors if you have it. Armed away is going to arm everything, including your motion detectors. So yeah, keep it armed all the time. Sixth thing, don't ignore dogs or other alarm animals. And maybe you don't have a dog, but maybe your neighbor does, and maybe you're kind of in tune with, well, you know, that black lab over there, he doesn't bark a lot, but right now he's going nuts. Well, maybe that means that escaped killer is in your neighbor's yard or nearby in your yard. So that might be worth being aware of and taking precautions for. So, and you know, not just dogs, you know, a lot of other birds you might have, especially in a rural area like Chester County. There, people might have birds that make noise if something strange is going on, so that might be worth paying attention to. Seventh thing is keep your lights on. If you have motion activated lights, that's great, but you should have some regular lights on. Don't give him, you know, dark places to hide in or to ambush you or to break into your house from. So keep the lights on outside of your home. Next thing, make sure your home doesn't look unoccupied. So, you know, if you catch this video and you're out of town and you know this is going on in your area, have some neighbors, family, friends, whoever, somebody go by your place. You know, make sure the mail doesn't accumulate. You don't have newspapers piling up in your driveway. You know, trash cans left out on the street. Get that stuff taken care of. Make sure your house doesn't look unoccupied. Have somebody turn the lights on for you. Park a car there that they're not using. Do something to help you out there. Ninth thing, secure resources like food, water, or clothes. So this guy in one of the houses that he was in stole some food. So he's been out on his own. He's now getting 3 meals a day. He has no support, so he's scrounging for food. So secure your water. If you can remove the valve, so they can't get water from your garden hose outside, I would do that. I don't know if you have a garden, you can't really secure that, but be aware that that might be a draw to your property. If there's food that he can pick and eat from your garden, that might make you a target. I don't know if people are still hanging clothes out to dry, but if you do that, I wouldn't hang anything out there that 5 foot tall, 120-pound man might be able to change into to disguise himself. So secure your resources like food, water, and clothes. And lastly, the 10th thing, have a home defense plan in place in case all of those things fail. So you don't want him to target you, your property, but if he does, if you find him there, you need to call 911. And you need to carry a weapon on you. One of the homes that this guy broke into, the homeowner knew the guy was in there, so he grabbed a picture, a framed picture, to use as a shield. I'm glad that worked out for you, buddy. That's not how I would advise it under normal circumstances. So it's much better to have a weapon on you. So he grabbed that picture and went to investigate, and they called 911. The police got there within a minute. But how much damage could have been done in a minute? He could have been killed if the guy just didn't grab his food and walk out. So what your response ought to look like is something like that if you have your weapon on you. So that can help. It doesn't take much time to do that, but if you gotta call 911 and wait for people to show up, that might not be fast enough. So carry a weapon on you. Might not be a gun, might be pepper spray or something else, but have something on you that you can use immediately to defend you, your family, and your home. So call 911, carry a weapon, have a safe room. So if you realize that you're being targeted and this person's either in your house or trying to break in, have a safe room that everybody knows, all right, this is where we're going to go and we're going to barricade. We got tools in there to keep us safe. And so if that fails, have a primary and secondary rally point outside of your home. So the primary one would be closer, obviously, and if that's not far enough away, have a secondary one. Hey, it's just too dangerous. The threat is too close. So we have a secondary rally point that everybody knows to go to outside of the home that's a little further away, a little safer. Hope that's been helpful to you. If you need help with home security assessment, emergency plan, or firearms training, something to help you stay safe in this situation or something similar, contact me at fearnoevil.us.